devil headquarters is not in America. It's not where they are doing hip-hop music. It's not in California. It's in Africa. According to the spiritual realm, in the kingdom of darkness, the world power is Africa. Even in heaven knows that Africa is the world power because Africa is more wicked than any other continent. In Africa, they buy mortuary water, use it to cook, and you see people in a haste going to buy food there. In Africa, they caught a woman washing her private part and using her menstruation to cook food, and her restaurant was booming. If you drive a new car in Africa and your family know, some people in your family, they will waste you. In Nigeria, the headquarters is in Benin. It's where the spiritual hosts of wickedness they gather. Where is the presidential suite in Africa? It's in Pretoria. That's not where the power is. Power is in one small village like Toyando. So if heaven is doing something, the first place they take it to is Africa. So also if hell is planning anything, the place they take it to is Africa. In Africa, the witchcraft school is on a tree, small tree. You can't see it. They enter tree because Africa is more wicked. Not a religion that is affecting Africa. It's not politics. It's wickedness. Yes, many people say Africa they pray too much because we are wicked. If you don't pray in Africa, they will waste you. Ephesians 6:12. Do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness, and against spiritual hosts of wickedness in heavenly places. Host means where people gather, the troop. So all the troop of wickedness, their base is Africa. All these occultic people, they go to their place in the night and they give the man money. Say, once you wake up, first thing you do, go to the market where everybody's doing business. Start asking for change. So they will come with like $100 or the highest currency. That's what they take from their kingdom, their altar. And they will come to this man and say, do you have change? Then you change and give to them. Do you have change? Immediately you are changing your money to them. It's a wealth transfer. All the money that is supposed to come to you that day goes to them. This thing happens in the marketplaces. Immediately you give them, there's an exchange. It happened in Nigeria. In case it's not happening here, it's happening there. People take their money to dark places. The spiritualists tell them, first thing you do in the morning, before people start selling, just take this money, ask for change. As you are changing for them, there's an exchange of money. Just as if you want to travel, you have dollar, you change it. You have pounds, you change it. In the realm of the spirit, many people have great value destiny that is more than pounds. And if they see you and you don't know, they exchange it where they change money. So they give you one Africa coins and take your great denomination God has placed on you. That's the meaning of Nebuchadnezzar took the money that was in the house of God to the house of his gods. He said he carried the articles of the house of God, he carried it to China, to the house of his God, and he brought the articles into the treasure house of his God. Some people are suffering financially because they have been besieged. A demon that is controlling your mind is controlling your wealth, controlling your destiny, controlling your ministry, controlling how far you will go in life, controlling how far your business will go. It's called demonic wealth transfer. One thing the enemy does is, first thing they see, if they see that you have something, they'll try to kill you with it. If they can't kill you, then they exchange it. I was praying for someone some time ago and the demon manifested, said she came to us. It's a sangma that was speaking inside. She came to us for solution. We saw that she had many stars, so I exchanged a star with the star of my daughter. In the realm of the spirit, many people have great value destiny that is more than pounds. And if they see you and you don't know, they exchange it where they change money. Everything you see in the physical is in the supernatural. It's also in the spiritual realm. So there is a border in the spiritual realm. Borders. There are gates in the spiritual realm. There is exchange. Exchange the Peru the charge. They are there. He said, seeing a disaster on the earth. Our priest is walking on foot and servant on horses. It's called exchange. The issue there now is that the priest didn't know he's a prince. So Ecclesiastes 10:7. I've seen servants on horses, while princes walk on the ground like servants. That young lady, that two of them were prostitutes, they gave birth to two children, and one overslept and killed a baby and exchanged the other one. They exchanged the living one for her own and changed the clothes. And when the mother woke up, said, this is not my child. He said, that is your child is the dead one. It's called exchange. The devil cannot die. So the only judgment God could give him, he said he will be thrown into the bottomless pit. So that pit has no end. He's just going because he's a spirit. That's how God judges spirits. Spirit don't die. You can't kill spirits. Only damnation. That means everlasting pain, everlasting torment. You are a spirit, and a spirit cannot be destroyed. You only transform from one form to another. Meaning, if you drop this your body, you find yourself in another form called a spirit, and you will find yourself in another place. That's why the lake of fire is a place that it keep on burning forever, because the spirits that are there, you that have accepted Jesus, you don't know the good thing you have ever done. Like there's nothing more good than what you've done. And don't don't think that God will pity anyone that didn't accept Jesus, whether they are of any faith. That's why Jesus clearly stated, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. He said, no one comes to the Father except through me. That is why many religious people have had a encounter seeing Jesus, and they are changing their faith. Jesus appeared to them. Take your time to ask God properly and know about your final destination, because there is heaven, a place of comfort, rest, and peace. There's hell, that means everlasting pain, everlasting torment. Somebody might deceive you about flights, school, or any other thing, but then nobody should deceive you about your eternity. It's very, very costly. It's very costly. Do you know why Nigeria is suffering? Nigeria, in the realm of the spirit, when they calculate people that enter heaven in a year more, is Nigerians. Don't look at Nigeria and say they are corrupt, they are thief. No, in the spiritual realm, God does not play with them. The Holy Spirit revealed this to me, that the reason why Nigeria is suffering more, they have human resources more than any nation in the world. Nigeria is going under besiege, spiritual besiege. The gate of hell left all nations, is focusing on Nigeria more. They know that there's a fountain that is running from Nigeria to other nations. Nigeria is a spiritual Israel. That's why as many enemies besiege Israel physically, that's that many demons, gate of hell is open against Nigeria spiritually. Satan himself is looking at Nigeria with a very wicked eye, because every season, every year, when they count people that make heaven more, is Nigeria. When you die reach heaven, you will know what I'm saying. And they have what it takes to save other nations. So what you are seeing that happened to Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar is what is happening to Nigeria spiritually. Nigeria has been besieged. The king is not the will of God again. He has been captured. The finance is going down, and the human resources are the ones that haven't tried their best, going to different nations, and now they have even turned some people that are very intelligent to become thieves on internet. The human resources have been used by the enemy, because the nation is so powerful, but the gate of hell is after Nigeria. And just as there was a burning very furnace, and they say if you don't bow, we'll increase the furnace. Nigeria is in a furnace, very furnace. Go and ask God what I'm telling you. Go and pray. The more men of God are rising from there, the more believers are increasing there, the more the furnace will increase. They want them to bow. And you should know that when revival really wanted to break out in the US, that was the same season there was what they call the Great Depression, 1930. That was a revival was there. That's when Kachikuma, they were there in the US. It's the same thing that is happening to Nigeria. Revivalists are raised in furnace. When there's furnace, when it look as if the nation is finished, that's where God comes. Because God will always come where the earth was without form and void. That's what Nigeria is going through. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Yes, there might be some Nigeria that have issues, but in the realm of the spirit, there's no nation as special to God than Nigeria. So the devil is angry. Every year, back to back, they bring more people to heaven than any nation. They are more. So they want them to bow, just as America bowed. America bowed. They were the host of revival before, but now their nation have been besieged by demons, controlled, and all manner of evil is erupting from all these places. Many churches that they built in America that were 8,000 people, now it's 250 people that is inside that auditorium. 250. Something that was built for 8,000. Things are going on. Things are going on. There's a battle going on. And I'm even taking it personal to you. The more you are taking God serious, the more they'll try to bring furnace around you. Don't bow. Wherever the furnace is, that's where the fourth man is. God is not where there's party, where there's tribulation, where there's celebration. Nebuchadnezzar looked into the furnace. He said, did we not throw 3 men in there? He said, yes. He said, but I'm seeing 4 moving there, and they are not burnt. The fourth one looked like the Son of Man, meaning anywhere the fire is, anywhere the furnace is, that is where Jesus is. Sometimes your furnace is a proof that Jesus is with you. Fourth man is always in the furnace. The fourth man is always in the fiery furnace. All over the world, ritual is going on. Some have been told to go to the graveyard, dig corpse from the graveyard. Some people are told to go and sleep with their mother just to make money. There was one, they saw them defecating on the road and were eating it live there. You think they are just eating that poo? It's a ritual. There are pastors that have been told to do sacrifice for church to grow. The average youth now in Nigeria is already living alone in a mansion, driving Benz, moving with escorts of police. They don't go to school anymore. What do they use? They use people's glory. The herbalist was telling them, look for people's underwear. Recently, what will happen is that they will carry a girl inside the car, open the car. Once they drop that girl, they get the command. They found a young man that pushed his mother into pieces because they said they should sacrifice her. People are doing anything because it's a season of famine. People are eating each other. That is the last day prophecy. Nobody is safe in that kind of generation. It's a mystery. If we don't take responsibility in these last days, the little we have seen or hear is nothing to be compared